Creating a contract starts with a discussion between two or more parties. They talk about what they want to achieve and negotiate the terms and conditions. This is where they lay out the rights and responsibilities of each party involved. It's like a verbal dance where they figure out what works for everyone. Once they have reached an agreement, they put it in writing. This written document is the contract itself. It includes all the important details, like what each party has to do, when they have to do it, and what happens if someone doesn't hold up their end of the deal in the contract agreement. Now, here's the important part. When the contract is signed by all parties, it becomes binding. That means that everyone is obligated to fulfill their part of the agreement that they agreed and signed to. It's like a promise that you make to each other, backed up by the law. Contracts help ensure that everyone involved in the creation of any contract agreement is on the same page and that their natural rights are protected. In personal life, you might encounter contracts when you're renting a house, buying a car, or applying for a job. Contracts are fully undisclosed agreements, meaning that it is impossible for you to become involved in any discussed agreement amongst two or more other parties, resulting in a signing of a documented, discussed contract agreement if you weren't there in presence to discuss, to agree, and to sign in agreement to any documented discussed contract agreement. Contracts are made and created in similar form to how all so-called government laws and or rules are made and created. Contracts are made and created through human discussions and agreements, the exact same as how so-called government laws and all rules are made and created. Government laws and all rules are made and created by two or more parties. It starts with a discussion between two or more parties. They talk about what they want to achieve and negotiate the terms and conditions. This is where they lay out the rights and responsibilities of each party involved. It's like a verbal dance where they figure out what works for everyone. This is where it can all get tricky and complicated, because this would involve you to use your beliefs since you weren't in presence to be involved in the original discussed contract agreement and signing. On the other hand, some people believe in God's laws. God's laws are seen as divine and unchanging. They're believed to come from a higher power and are considered moral and spiritual guidelines. While government laws and all rules can be changed and updated through a legislative process, and that would also apply to your beliefs. If this was so possible for your beliefs to be changed and updated whenever the government sees that it fits, God's laws are well seen and well known as eternal and unchangeable. So, in a nutshell, contracts are agreements between two or more parties that outline their rights, responsibilities, and obligations.